I live by 3 words, and that's never let go. And it's a tough day, man, because I don't want to let go of these dudes. And doing this as long as I've been blessed to do it, there's some years better than others, and this is one of the best years of my life. And I owe it to these boys and the coaches and the staff and our fans and my family. And I don't know that I ever had a bad day this year. I just loved working with these guys and being around these guys every day, and I'd take a bullet for all of them. If they're in that circle, if they're in that dugout, they're packed for life. And you saw what they're made of today, and that's why they're infectious and everybody loves them. I wish we could keep playing, but we ran into a buzzsaw. That's by far the most talented, and we've seen some teams now. That's the most talented team we've seen, and I like the way they go about it. My good friend Hutch is still over there. I still got a lot of friends here, and so I'm going to be rooting for these guys to go win the whole thing. I can tell you that. I thought our fans were tremendous, and it's hard to drown out. You know, I don't how many people were here, AC? I don't know. It's hard to drown that out, but we did at times. Our fans are just passionate, and so are the Aggie fans. I thought it was a great regional. You guys put on one heck of a regional, and thank you for the hospitality and all of that. That being said, it's tough when A&M's good enough, and I felt like we were, let's just say we made some pitches tonight that I thought we should have got rewarded for. I don't think they need the help. I just didn't. I didn't feel like it was real good back there. I'll just put it to you that way, and I'll leave it there. And they're good enough on their own. And our boys played their hearts out. We've been going at this since what time we leave today? Noon. Mm-hmm. And they beat us fair and square, but that is what it is. But proud of our team, proud of our organization and fans, and like I said, I hope they go win the whole thing because they got the ball club to do it.
Questions?
Lee, just talk about this regional and the season y'all had, and what was the experience like?
I mean, it was the funnest season I've had in my life so far. I mean, brotherhood's just unmatched. I mean, I feel like everybody's my best friend on the team. It sucks it has to come to an end, but, I mean, all things come to an end at some point. It's just ours ended a little shorter than we would like to.
Jose, talk about in the first game today, y'all kind of had a little bit of the rest advantage over Texas because they had played that marathon game, and then in the second game the roles reversed. Just how big of an impact do you think that made in the two games?
Well, baseball is hard enough. It doesn't matter how much you are willing to put out sometimes. And we did everything on our first game against Texas. We came out with the same mentality, with same approach, trying to do our best, play our hearts on the field. But that baseball, it could make you say some things and it could make you feel some type of way that sometimes it's hard to not give in. We give our all. Nobody, I could say with 100% of insurance that nobody on the team have any regrets about what we did. We did our heart. We put our hearts, our souls, and minds on every pitch, and sometimes the ball doesn't bounce your way. And as long as we don't have any regrets, everybody on the team, I could say we're 100% sure it's fine with that.
Yeah, Coach, talk about David Christie's performance. He stepped up for you.
I kept having a vision all week of him. I didn't know when or where, just throwing a CG. I know that sounds crazy, but, I'd seen what he'd done against LSU a year ago. And, look, man, it's hard enough facing those dudes, much less having to throw it in a tin cup. And that's the way I feel about it. And, it's laughable. And he pitched his heart out. He pitched his guts out. And I didn't want to take him out, honestly. But he'd probably, emptied his tank pretty good. That kid's come. That's the thing about what people don't see is how far these kids have come. He's been with me 4 years and gone from a boy to a man. And You go through our clubhouse, that's the strongest culture in America when you look at GPA, community service hours, and championships, and a brotherhood that'll last a lifetime. You don't get no better than that. And I'm really proud of all those boys, and especially David.
Jose, you had the big home run in the first one to kind of break it open. It seemed like the dugout really kind of relished that moment. Can you just walk us through what was going through your head?
I gotta be honest. I know 100% by myself, or my own self, that I'm not a power hitter. I could tell you that right now. Everything on that at bat, on each at bat that I have through the whole weekend, I could tell you I put it up on the team. Whatever happens, happens. I could tell you since right now, and you could ask Coach Deggs, my BP the whole weekend was really bad.
Don't watch his BP. Just
I would
watch
say
it.
that, yeah. But it's just it's something that it comes at to the fight, that will to do something, not for me, because I could care less about my own self. I know I could have a chance, but how much can I do for the guy on my shoulder, the guy next to me, the guy that it's sharing for me? That's what mattered for me. And at that moment, I was just, hey, I need to win, and I'm gonna give my all. I found a mistake, and I did what I should have been done with that mistake, if I'm being honest.
Last question. Question for everybody at the table, and if I can get a second one, please. A question for everyone at the table. Jose, we'll start with you. Just to know that, everyone here on the team has gotten regional experience, and there are going to be plenty of you guys that are able to come back next season. How are you going to be able to build off of this for the future?
Well, I could tell you that this feeling right now, it's not the best. So the guys coming back, I could assure you that we're going to keep that in mind on every single practice, on every single day, just like we did this fall. And having that experience, I could tell you right now, that sour flavor is not something that I enjoy as much unless it's on Chinese food. So we're going to keep on going.
Yeah, I mean, last year, I kind of the same scenario. In the regional, went 1-2, but I didn't play last year. This year, got a chance to play, made it to the championship. So I feel like last year and this year, it's kind of like progressively a little better. But I think having some guys, Cheo, me, Stelly, next year that knows what it's like to be in these types of games is going to really help us next year.
And then, Coach, for you, were there any moments throughout the game, you get runners on the corners, 1 point there, you get ones in scoring position, did you really feel like, man, these were moments that we missed opportunities and we should have been able to get it and drive them on in?
We had an alpha at bat runner third lesson 2 early off of their lefty that started. And we strand him, but man, goodness gracious, the Cortez kid, that's like he reminds me of is the Osuna kid that was closing for the Astros 2 or 3 years ago. What's his? I don't know if anybody remembers his name. Yeah, that was big league stuff. What year is he?
He's a junior.
I would assume I'd be seeing him on TV here within the next year, and I felt like Broussard, the wild pitch was our best chance to score right there, and we just it was just a game of inches tonight, and that's why I said, look, that team has a chance to go get the whole thing, and this will motivate us and fuel our fire. I promise you that. We've been in 3 straight regionals and 2 championships in the last 3 years, and we do return a lot of guys. And like I said at the jump, we won't ever let go. We won't ever stop.